Today, we will learn about the signs that a married woman might send when she is attracted to someone. But that's not all. We'll also investigate what happens when she wants to go beyond this initial interest. So, hold on tight, because this adventure promises to be full of surprises and emotional revelations. Are you all ready? Let's get started. Number 1. Obvious physical contact. One of the main signs to consider is evident physical contact. Notice how she finds all kinds of reasons to touch you. Prolonged hugs, touches on the forearm, and even her hands ending up on your shoulder for a brief second as she passes by you. However, it's important to remember that someone being affectionate doesn't necessarily indicate romantic interest. It might be that her love language is expressed through physical contact, and she does this with almost everyone around her, without it being exclusive to you. Touching others could be a normal way of connecting and deepening friendships. Only when physical contact mixes with other signs can you be sure. If you notice that she tends to touch you more than others and initiates contact more frequently, then you could be more certain of her romantic interest. Remember, physical contact alone cannot be considered an absolute sign of romantic interest, but if it's more directed towards you recurrently, it could indicate something deeper. Number 2. She constantly seeks reasons to be near you. Perhaps she finds your company comforting and enjoys listening to your advice since you're good at giving it. She might be facing problems in her personal life and has designated you as a problem solver, seeking your perspectives and support. However, what makes the difference is that she is always very close. No matter where you are, it seems she is always there. If she's nearby, she can't avoid catching your attention somehow. In this case, the signs are very clear and could indicate a deeper interest in you. Number 3. Visible jealousy. Having a ring on her finger won't prevent her from feeling jealous of others. She might become visibly upset when you're talking to another woman. This could indicate that she is trying to get your attention or that she is worried about the possibility of competition for your attention. Her jealousy can be a sign of romantic interest in you. Sometimes, when someone feels attracted to another person, they tend to focus more on that person's love life to determine if there is room for them in their heart. Number 4. Nonverbal communication, including looks, can reveal a lot about a person's feelings towards another. When a woman shows interest in you, she might stare at you. But upon noticing that you caught her looking at you, she is likely to quickly look away. If this happens occasionally, it could just be a coincidence and not necessarily indicate romantic interest. However, if you notice that this steady gaze occurs frequently, it's more likely to reflect a genuine preference for looking at you and a possible romantic interest. If your eyes meet and she refuses to look away, it could be a sign that she is very confident in her attraction to you. It's important to keep in mind that these signs of interest can be valid for both married and single women. Number 5. She shows great interest in your personal life, but her focus seems especially centered on your love life. If you mention that you went on a date recently, she quickly captures your attention and asks for details about what happened or if you have plans to see that person again. The signs are so evident that there is no doubt about her romantic interest in you. Number 6. Suddenly, you are so funny. Suddenly, you are the funniest guy around. If your married friend suddenly laughs at the dumbest comments, and not just because she doesn't want an awkward silence after you make a joke, then you know something is going on. If she likes you, no matter if she is married or not, all your actions will be adorable to her, especially when she simply feels attracted to you and you are kind to her. Her laughter could be a result of trying not to offend you or because she is feeling nervous around you. Number 7. Body language can reveal a lot about what a person feels or thinks. When someone is interested in you, there are likely to be changes in their body language whenever they see you enter the room. You might notice that she straightens up a bit, fixes her appearance, and makes quick movements like arranging her hair or adjusting her clothes. However, it's important to be subtle when observing these changes, as they may occur unconsciously. An important indicator of her interest is how she acts when she's unaware that you are observing her. Compared to when she is aware of your presence, if you notice that she adopts different behaviors when she knows you are watching, it's possible she is trying to make a positive impression on you. Number 8. Flirting. Regarding the signs, if someone is flirting with you, obviously you like her quite a bit. All your conversations take this flirtatious turn. Maybe you're talking about something boring, but she still manages to make the conversation flirtatious. It gets to the point where you start wondering if she is serious or just joking. She might be a generally flirtatious person, but if she is more flirtatious with you than with others, that's when you know something is happening. Number 9. Compliments. If the harmless yet slightly constant teasing isn't enough, she intersperses some compliments now and then, even while teasing or flirting with you. There are hidden compliments in her opinion of you. It's no surprise that you are still confused about whether she likes you, and that's exactly what she wants. She wants to keep a balance so that you can't really accuse her of being interested in you. You simply keep wondering if she really likes you until she decides if she wants to take a step forward. Number 10. General teasing. If you are having flirtatious conversations with each other, she probably also ensures to tease you a little. If you are in that phase where you like her, but don't know if she wants to take the risk, she is likely to ease that tension a bit by teasing you. The joke is funny, mocking you is fun, and it ensures that your attention is focused on her. Her teasing is a bit relentless, but there's no malice in it. Mocking can be an excellent way to maintain certain boundaries, and that way she can avoid becoming overly flirtatious. It's also difficult to associate her teasing with something more serious. Number 11. Her marriage seems unimportant. If she is close to you and at the same time tries to act as if her marriage isn't that important, well, those are some obvious signs. Either she tries to change the subject, or when she talks about her husband, she makes the relationship seem as uninteresting as possible. Either she is facing serious problems with her husband, or she doesn't want you to think they are good together. It could also be both. Perhaps her relationship isn't so good, and it's precisely this that led her to feel attracted to you. Whatever the reason, if you like her, she doesn't want you to pay much attention to her marriage in your presence. She wants to be available and talk about her husband, and the constant reminder that she is married doesn't help with that. Number 12. Joking about a relationship. Sometimes, especially when she talks about her husband, you will find her joking about a relationship between the two of you. Suddenly, she wants to discuss what life would be like if you were together instead of with her husband, and she will throw out a scenario to see if you are interested. She might also be joking about a relationship between the two of you to send a clear signal to you. She wants you to know that she is interested and wants you to make the first move. In fact, if you talk about a hypothetical situation where both of you are in a relationship, then she likes you, without a doubt. No matter how good a friend a married woman is, she doesn't joke about a relationship with you if she isn't interested in you. Number 13. She talks a lot about her marriage. Yes, even the opposite can be true. Instead of diverting attention from her husband, she emphasizes talking a lot about him. There can be several reasons for this. If she is trying to make you jealous, she will talk about how wonderful her husband is and all the romantic things he does. If she is not happy in her marriage, then she will talk about all the problems she faces with her husband, as if she wants you to save her from the situation. Number 14. Secret conversations. For some reason, the conversations between the two of you feel like a secret to others, except when you are in the circle of friends or if you are co-workers in an office. If the conversations with you feel secretive and there is something in the air, it's as if she is trying to hide you from her husband. Perhaps she doesn't text you when he is around or makes sure not to answer your calls in his presence. Basically, if there are no feelings present, she would never feel the need to hide any conversations between the two of you. You will notice a difference in her tone when you are alone compared to when you are in a group. Maybe her voice takes on a more sensual tone, or perhaps she becomes shy in the way she talks. Whether intentional or not, if she can't control her tone with you, if she feels nervous around you, she will be quiet and only focus on what you are saying. If she feels confident in her attraction, her voice will become huskier. Number 15. Hiding you from her husband. Ultimately, the biggest clue you could have when the other person is interested in you is how she acts regarding her husband when she is with you. Hiding you from her husband definitely reveals her interest. If all the other signs match up, then you will know for sure. Then the decision is in your hands. Do you want to do something about this attraction, or do you prefer to distance yourself from the situation? So, what should we take away from all of this? It's important to be aware of the signs a married woman might be sending, especially if you are interested in her. Flirting and attraction can be tricky to decipher, but by observing her behavior and paying attention to subtle signs, you can get a better idea of her feelings. Remember, it is crucial to respect her boundaries and not make hasty assumptions. If you find yourself in a situation where there is mutual attraction, it is essential to approach the matter with sensitivity and respect. Never underestimate the importance of open and honest communication. Whatever the outcome, remember that you deserve to be valued and treated with respect. Stay attentive to the signs, but also trust your instincts and follow your heart. With a bit of care and understanding, you can navigate these turbulent waters with grace and dignity. And remember, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to be authentic with yourself and with others.